Hello, everybody. Um, I wanted to make this video because I didn't want to write something really long on social media that I know you guys would probably skip through just because I know we don't like reading long posts. So I'm making this video for you guys. So it's a little more personal, especially because I'm going to be sharing some things with you that I think you guys deserve to know. So first, I just want to say thank you for the birthday messages, the text, the calls, the posts. They really do mean a lot to me, especially this year because of COVID, not being able to be around my loved ones, my friends. Receiving the messages is is really special. Just a reminder of all the beautiful people that I have in my life. So thank you guys for that. For those of you who took the time to message, post, or whatever, it really does mean a lot to me. Those of you who have celebrated a birthday during COVID, like I'm sure you guys can relate. Secondly, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and we're all gonna be posting or you know about what we're grateful for. I want to do this here because there are quite a few things that I'm grateful for. Starting with my family, for being there. Even though we don't get to see each other, just still showing love and support and checking in. I'm very grateful for that. My family is a big part of my support system, and God knows that this year I've needed it. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for being able to have a job where I'm allowed to work from home during COVID because not many are so lucky. And I am. I get to work from home and, still have a job. Also grateful for the friendships that have been around me for quite a long time, especially my best friend, who, despite some very difficult times this past year, has still stood by me and you know kept helping me move forward. It's there's a big need for everyone to have a support system, especially right now, and I'm very lucky that I have it. And the reason I say that is because this year I started going to therapy. I was one person who always believed, or at least I believed, I didn't need therapy because I felt like I could handle things on my own. And for the most part, I have. But I held on to so many things for so long, so much anger, so much sadness. And this year, I took the initiative and seeked out some help, and it's been great. It's helped. I've discovered so many things about myself, rediscovered other things about myself too that I had pushed away. And I've learned to love myself. I've learned to accept everything that I am, everything that I've gone through, because I am where I'm at and I am who I am because of all of it. And some of the things that I've dealt with, like, I don't really talk about publicly because I just didn't feel like I needed to. And I always try to put for the most part, I am a very positive person. But we all know that behind all the smiles, there's something more going on. And that's the case with me. There's a lot that I deal with that I don't talk about on here. And this is why I'm doing this, because I've learned to love myself completely. I want to share everything about me that I feel you guys should know, so that I can really be living openly and freely. If you didn't know, I deal with being diabetic. I've been diabetic since I was 16, and that's a lot of years, and I've had complications because of it. A lot of them have to do with the fact that I didn't take care of myself when I was younger, because I thought, like every teenager and every young person, that I knew everything and that I was invincible and nothing was gonna stop me. So, for a few years, I really didn't take care of myself, and I've had to deal with already cataract surgery, fractured bones, high blood pressure, all that, because I didn't take care of myself. On top of that, because of that, I am now in what they call renal failure. I've had chronic kidney disease for a few years, and we are at the stage now where where my doctor was talking to me about dialysis, going on dialysis, and I really don't want to. I am on a wait list. I'm on the national wait list for a kidney transplant. I've been on that wait list for going on 2 years now. And we are now at the point where the doctors are suggesting I start dialysis. So, if there's anybody out there watching this who would be interested in becoming a donor for me, please message me, call me, text me, whatever, and I can give you the information so that, you guys can get tested and see if you're a match for me. On top of that, this is something that was the hardest part for me when I came to wanting to share everything about me. This is one of the hardest things I had to overcome, but I'm also someone living with AIDS, HIV AIDS. Back on November 7th, 2005, I had gone in to get the results of a liver biopsy that I had like a month prior to that. I wasn't expecting to get more than just the results of the liver biopsy, so it was a shock to me when the doctor sat me down and told me that I had a fatty liver and that I also had HIV. I was very confused, but the one thing I knew was that I had to do whatever I had to do to be okay. And I went to see specialists, and once as an HIV specialist, that's when they were able to tell me like exactly what I had. And yes, I had full-blown AIDS because I only had 6 T cells at that time. They were able to tell me that I had been living with the virus for at least 9 to 10 years. And that's when it all made sense to me, because I could recall back to the one incident. It was with someone that I loved very much, and all it took was one time, and so I dealt with that. And the reason I was okay finding all that out was because the first people I told were my parents, and their reaction was something I didn't expect. They didn't question anything about it. They didn't want to know, they didn't ask who, what, where, and why, or how. They just wanted to know if I was okay and what it was that I needed for them to help me to stay okay. And that was a big relief to me. And, after that, I told my sister and my brother-in-law, and, to this day, they care for me just like I was one of their own kids. They're always watching out for me. And, I told my best friend, and, has stuck by me since then. And I think that's the reason I've been okay, because even though I didn't share the news with everybody, the people that I was sharing the news with, they all were very supportive. And even though I was getting that support, it was still very scary to me to tell everybody else, especially my family. There are a couple of cousins that know, and the same thing, they've been very supportive and positive, and, they always ask if I'm okay. And, and that's why I started to feel a little safer. And, but I just, a part of me wanted to let everybody else know. And it was me. I was living with a lot of shame, because there is a stigma that comes with being HIV positive or having AIDS, and I was doing it to myself. I just assumed people would think the worst of me. And I've been lucky that that's not the case. So now that I have learned to accept everything about me and to love myself as much as I do, and wanting to live freely and openly, like, that's why I'm sharing this with the rest of you. I understand if for some of you this is too much and you just don't want to deal with it. Like, I completely understand. You don't have to, and I just want to say thank you for being part of my life up until now. If you feel like I'm just too much to deal with, you know, we'll be cool. You know, I understand. For the rest of you who are still gonna be at my side till the very end, which I hope is a very long time from now, like, all I can say is thank you. Um, Thank you for sticking by me and showing me so much love and support already. Um, it you know, it's what's gonna keep me going. Um, you know, if I lose a few people around me, I'm okay because I already have a strong support system. Um, with the few that I already know, and I feel like now that I'm open and the rest of you decide to stay and continue to be a part of my life, then my support system is even bigger, and there's no reason why I would ever give up. You know, yes, you know, I'm dealing with health issues that are a little too much sometimes for me to deal with, but not once have I ever thought about giving up. I always want to keep pushing forward because I know I have a lot of people at my side, and so I just want to share this with you, especially with my family, like my tios, you know, all those cousins that didn't know. Now you know, and I hope that this doesn't change anything between us. I'm still the same person, you know. Everything you've known so far up to now is you know the same. You know, I was just hiding this part from you guys because you know I was scared and I was ashamed. Just like for many years, I hid the fact that I was gay, and like I never had a coming out story. Like I never officially came out to all of you, you know, because I did grow up around the times when people in my life were using the words faggot, maricon, you know, whenever someone was a little different. And so that scared me, and that's why I never came out to the entire family. But over the years, you guys have proven to me without saying anything that you guys would still love me and support me. And so I don't think I ever had to make an official announcement because you guys were loving me and supporting me regardless. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure you figured it out, or like it just became like a general part of some conversations, you know, like, yeah, I'm gay, and you guys have been cool about it. This was just a little different, a little scarier for me, but now I want you guys to know. And like, again, nothing has changed, and I hope to continue to have you guys in my life and your continued support and love, you know. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you have watched the entire video up to now. I know tomorrow being Thanksgiving, we all want to be with our families. I know I would love to be with our family, especially because I'm so used to the big family gatherings with the big meals. But you know, we're still living in times of COVID, and there are people that are very high risk for COVID. I'm one of those. So, you know, I choose to stay away from my family for now, as much as I'd love to be with them. But if you are going to go out and be with your families and have fun, you know, do it safely. You know, don't risk it. You might be, you know, around someone that is at high risk like me, and, you know, you never know. So just be safe. So if you are going to go out and be with your families and enjoy your Thanksgivings, like, just remember to wear a mask. So thank you guys for watching this, and I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and sending you lots of love. Thank you.